Alright, Croven here with Rias Neo once again for Beyond Virginity versus Chain of Chaos. Beyond Virginity has brought 2 Ravens, a Tempest, Vulture, Basilisk, Hugin, Saber, and Thrasher.
And Chain of Chaos has brought 2 Harbingers, a Myrmidon, 2 Brutixes, a Damnation, a Guardian, 2 Ishkars, and an Ares.
And we have the Go Call In local. The match is on. It looks like those battle cruisers for Chain of Chaos all came in very close, as well as one of the Ravens and the Tempest for Beyond Virginity.
Yeah, a lot of damage in a very small area at the front. Both teams warping from similar beacons, so they're at the same different planes and warped in a smattering of ranges, 0, 30, and 50. Looks like we've got drones out, a whole bunch of Hammerhead 2s at close range, taking on the Brutix from the Chain of Chaos team, who's now dropping into low.
Brutix taking armor damage very, very quickly, just about to hit structure. Meanwhile, no appreciable damage on the Beyond Virginity side as, he's holding in there. Let's see why that is. The damage can't have stopped on him, but perhaps it has.
The Guardian probably getting a few reps on him, while the BYDI Tempest looks like he's webbed, doing a little bit of damage, trying to burn away. Oh, and there goes the Brutix. I think BYDI is trying to get its battleships out of that range of those battle cruisers as fast as possible. Ozo Maleficio, the BYDI Tempest pilot, burning away at rapid speed. Meanwhile, the Chain of Chaos Ishkar Razor Z dropping into structure, while the other Ishkar Julianus dropping into armor, and we're about to lose an Ishkar.
Yeah, we are. And now that second Brutix for Chain of Chaos already rapidly losing his armor. He's down to about 15%. That Guardian just not able to keep up. Looks like Torps coming off those Ravens, and even a Guardian's going to have a tough time keeping a Brutix up against that kind of onslaught. But he has stabilized. Oh, as I say that, he drops to just a sliver of armor left. Meanwhile, the remaining Ishkar is down now for Chain of Chaos, and their Tyrannus just entering armor, and now the Brutix down as well. This is turning very messy.
Just to recap real quick, BYDI, 2 Ravens, Tempest, Vulture, Basilisk, Hugin, Saber, Thrasher. We just lost the Tyrannus for Chain of Chaos, who still have 2 Harbingers, a Myrmidon, Damnation, and Guardian.
You know, normally I'll pull for the team that brings the most combination of Brutix and Harbingers to a match, but in this case it looks like Beyond Virginity just has their number as that first Harbinger already to half armor. Though I guess to be fair, I'm a big fan of Torp Ravens too, so I don't have to be too upset.
Yep, Wibble from the Chain of Chaos and the Harbinger dropping into low armor, about to bleed into structure. I thought that BYDI was out of position. I thought they were going to lose, and they didn't. So there goes the Harbinger for Chain of Chaos. 1 Harbinger and a Myrmidon left. It's interesting to see who's going to be the next primary from BYDI.
Yeah, whoever it is, they're not long for this world, as it's the remaining Harbinger for Chain of Chaos, already out of shields, about to start hitting armor here any moment, and yeah, there we go into armor. You know, we've got volleys of Torps coming in, and just devastating amounts of damage. Apparently,
one of the Chain of Chaos ships was smart bombing some of the rep drones on that Basilisk, and his energy, the Myrmidon's energy neutralizing him, but it doesn't seem to be having enough of effect, as the Chain of Chaos Harbinger Walrus drops into a little bit of structure bleed there and is going down fairly quickly under those Torps.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Basilisk right now. He's taking a little bit of damage, but not enough to really be at all concerned about. There are still shield rep drones on him, so the smart bombs didn't get them all. We've lost that Harbinger, so it's just down to the Damnation. 1 Myrmidon and a Guardian against the entirety of the Beyond Virginity team, who, as many successful teams have this time, came with just a massive DPS setup, said we're going to score as many points as possible to move on to the next round, and in the process looks like they may pull off a flawless victory, as we've got damage now split between the Myrmidon and the Guardian.
Well, doing all the damage on that Guardian, Draco Knight for the Chain of Chaos is actually the two Thrasher pilots. Extras and, I'm sorry, the Saber and Thrasher pilot. Both of them heavily energy neutralizing that Guardian, and I wonder if that's what's keeping the Chain of Chaos from really being able to keep their ships up as the Myrmidon drops. Yep, just exploded. Nothing left really for the Guardian to keep repping, but I think his cap was probably an issue. Interesting setup, putting a whole bunch of neutralizers on those the Thrasher and Saber.
Well, you know, those destroyer hull ships have a lot of utility that you can mix and match whatever kind of holes you need to fill. Now is that Guardian taking quite a bit of damage as well, already down to 50% armor, and it looks like he won't get a chance to rep anybody else because he's next on the chopping block as he drops down to about 1/3 armor. Then we'll be down to a single Damnation versus 2 Ravens, a Tempest, a Vulture, Basilisk, Hugin, Saber, and Thrasher for Beyond Virginity.
Yep, Beyond Virginity, you know, fellow low-sec pirates, always happy to see them win. They may not like me much, I may not like them much, but it's still a good time, and everyone loves a little bit of red flashy making some stuff go pop. As the Guardian dies, all that remains for the Chain of Chaos is the Damnation. It really probably won't take all that much time. Couple target painters on that sucker, those Torp Ravens are going to do a lot of damage, so it'll drop pretty darn quickly.
Yeah, and that Damnation is in the middle of the field here and not really making much of an attempt to run away, though he's webbed, even if he were trying to make an attempt to run away. And just starting to dip into armor now. Even with considerable DPS that Beyond Virginity brought, it is going to take them a little bit to bring him down, but basically all but formality at this point to destroy this last ship for Chain of Chaos. And Beyond Virginity with a little bit of complete whitewash, won't it? They won't have lost anything here, so flawless victory.
Yep, not a single ship. The Scimitar or the Basilisk doing a good job keeping everyone alive. The Hugin doing a good job of keeping everyone in position so that they can pick and choose their target and control the arena space. And the Torp Ravens and the Tempest pilot for just putting out a whole heck of a lot of DPS and making sure that whatever was the target died quickly. Kalish in his Damnation for Chain of Chaos, hitting about 50% armor, dropping slowly, large passive tank. Although, you know, just as we've said before, dies slowly.
Yeah, no, and I mean, target painters, especially on something like a Hugin, target painters plus Torp Ravens, not a bad counter to some of these very effective high damage battlecruiser setups that we've been seeing, as demonstrated here. So now we see that Damnation just about to run out of armor, and it'll be a very short matter of mopping him up once he's through armor.
Yeah, he's already dipping into a little bit of structure, and you know that he'll probably have a damage control on, but that won't make a whole lot of difference. It is a battlecruiser size ship, so it's not going to have a whole heck of a lot of. Oh, wait a minute, are we going to get a ransom here? I saw some shield reps going on to the Damnation from the Basilisk.
I think the Basilisk did rep the Damnation. I'd like to see them ransom him, but I don't think it's going to happen. Looks like that was either a tease or an error, as now the Damnation does go pop, and Beyond Virginity takes it flawlessly. So grats to Beyond Virginity, and back to you, Soundwave.